All right, here we go for 2021. It's the Motorcycle Podcasters Challenge 2021 edition. We've taken a year off. We've gotten through that, and the challenge is back. And we are here tonight to draw letters for week number one. Now, I'm going to be stalling a little bit and dragging my feet because John is still out getting dinner. So we will wait for him and I will entertain for a few moments. There's actually a couple of questions I want to cover. Some questions that came in about submissions and teams and street names and things like that. So I'll answer those first. I got the chat over here, which looks weird because I have to look this direction, but we'll do the chat and then talk about the challenge. So that's what you're shooting for right there. I think we haven't shown this off in a while. Hold on. Let's have a gander at the side of this bad boy, huh? Let's see. We have throttled 2016, loud pipes, throttled, loud pipes. Pattern. Pattern. We'll see. Who's he going to be this year? All right. So, a couple of quick questions that came in. We had a question on submitting entries about the street names and things like that. So, just a reminder on that submissions on the street names are only once during a challenge. You cannot reuse that. And the submission is for individuals and teams. And keep in mind, the team captain is the one who needs to make that weekly submission. So make sure you do that. And bunch of rules to reference for individual and teams and the street names once. That's rule 8.5, 15.2, 16.3. Thanks, John, for putting that in the rules in three places. The team captain section 6.4 and 16.1. And then the last question we had was street signs to be spelled out. So we said if there's a number in the street sign that doesn't count. So if it's First Street with the number 1, then that doesn't count. But if it's spelled out first, FIRST, then of course the word first will count for that. And that is rule 9.5. So Ted's going to change it. Motorcycle Man for the win 2021. I think that sounds about right. It's got a nice ring to it. All right, let's see. It's only 9:05. Let's see where Johnny's at. Where are you at? Johnny's in Atlanta, so he's hanging out with his nephew doing some BMX, and I guess they had a bit of a win today. Third place, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if he can just send me the link. Any questions while I sit here and stall? Other than what kind of motor oil works best in Ted's Harley? What kind of oil do you use, Ted, by the way? Let me guess. I'm going to say Mobile One V Twin 4T or whatever it's called. That's my guess. HD Sin 3 proper. All three holes, of course. For the pick. Yes, John, for the pick. So this year we're not using the fantabulous popcorn machine that Natalie created. This year we're going to add some good old randomness from random.org. So John has programmed it for the letters and the ones we're not using and things like that. So it's just a link. We can fire it off. We can save that on the website. You can see that, when we ran it, and you can look into random.org if you think there's a better way to get random numbers out there. So can the captain go for individual? Yeah, the captain can be an individual rider. As far as I know, I don't think there's anything. Let me do this. How about this? We'll look together because we're fancy nowadays. All right, individuals is down here somewhere. Flash scoring. right? Team captain needs to submit each week, right? So in previous years, John would go through and figure out what was the best for each team. So instead of him doing all that, the captain will just submit, you know, your team submission. So you guys figure out the best, send it in. That'll be your team score. So that is 16.1. Yeah, I don't there's nothing Dave, I don't think there's anything it was Dave that asked. Yeah. I don't think there's anything preventing individuals or the captain for going for individual. I don't recall anything like that. If there is, it's a John thing. Don't blame me. Oh, there was another question about submissions for, I guess in the rules it says that live stream to Facebook, pictures to email to the MPC admin. So that feels like a typo. The Facebook group is there for live stream. That's a good time. Everybody likes that. Live stream photos, both accepted on Facebook. If you don't have a Facebook account, then you can email it to the admin, MPC admin at rwstudios.com if you need that. But that doesn't matter. Separate post for the team. Yep. Dave, so if you're the captain, then once all the individual submissions are in, then you figure out what the team submission is and make another post. And I'm just looking here. Don't forget your cutoff for submission is Thursday this go around, Thursday midnight Eastern. We need a day to tally and then have our wonderful show. Oh, and Creative Writing, sorry, you had a comment earlier. The live stream is my new, what do you call it? It's a webcam interface for Canon cameras. So I have I have a basic Canon T6, EOS T6, and they make a web connection kit. So you can use that camera and whatever lenses you have, and you can run it in like a webcam. So, oh, here we go. From John. We have the link. All right. So wait, any other questions? I don't want to do the draw and then have everybody drop off if there are more questions. I don't have to stall for a sponsor or anything, but you know. Mileage picks starting on the first. Not tonight. Let's see. Zach says captain posts the submissions we want to use. Does the captain resubmit the picks? Yeah, it's just the ones you want to use. Hoping John gets on shortly and have him clarify that. You're not resubmitting the whole thing. It's just the street that you intend to use for each letter for the team score. And obviously the other ones would already be in there, so you can refer to them. But Johnny John, talk about that. All right, I have a post here. Oh, Johnny, that's not it. Letters not being used. Let me look. I may be confusing it with last year. I thought there were some letters we were throwing out. I don't think that's the case anymore. No. So there's the scoring chart. So I'm not going to count that up, but that looks pretty good. Here we go. 6 strings, uppercase. All right, now I get it. So I'll do 6 strings. You guys can see us do this in real time. Strings. All right, so we're doing 6 strings, right? Like a guitar. 1 character long. You only need letters, and each should be unique. All right, any more questions? I'll pause and sip. Yeah, creative. I think you're right. Q, X, and Z, I think were the ones that we took out. It was just impossible to find those city names, but those are on the scoring now. So disregard what I said earlier. All right, without further ado, we can do letters at 9:14 in the PM. Double check, 6 strings. Yes, yes, yes. Part 2, go. All right, who's ready? Get your pens ready. Pens, pencils, abacus, iPad, whatever you're writing on. And there they are. Let's zoom in. WNLPJ. Hey, there's our timestamp. So we'll save this. We'll save this page so people can refer to it, and that is how we do the lettuce. Pretty neat site if you're looking for random, something you can check out. So at this point, I'll hold a couple minutes if you got questions. Like I said, I was kind of waiting around for John. He's been kind of tied up tonight, so I can screenshot this certainly. Where's my? We'll do it the old way. There we go. Saved. Thank you, Zach. Questions, comments? Come on, Ted. I know you got a question. Since you're gonna win, since you're gonna win, you maybe got it all figured out. Zion, you good? Chris? Anybody? Just hitting the frequent flyers. And who's going to join us next week? I forgot to ask that. So we're using this thing called StreamYard, and we can have I think it's up to 10 people. So if anyone wants to jump on the live stream, feel free. We can get a little more fancy with the display. Team questions are not. Team captains are not also competing in individual. I guess that's your choice. Chris, I don't see anything preventing that. And I don't remember that being a rule. Was there something before that you remember that the team captain couldn't run for individual? Team captain must be named. If the team is a podcast, right, or affiliate, the captain must be a podcast host. Remember, the team listener doesn't have Facebook. The team captain can submit it. That's another call out for captain. The only thing, there's a thing about more about the flash. For a team to get the points for the flash challenge, the captain that is submitting the flash challenge must submit a letter for the week. The team captain must be the one completing the flash challenge. Yeah, I don't see anything for. And then submission. Yeah, On anything preventing the captain from running for individual. And let me go to the individual section. Each participant. I think you're good, Chris, unless you don't want to. But I don't see anything stopping you there. If anybody finds it, let us know. Or if you find the old one, I've got all the old files. I can go back and look and see where that was coming from. But I think you guys are right though. The original back in the original rules, I don't think the podcast host could run for individual. See, and I just figure the captain has minions, so the captain's not the captain's not doing all that writing anyway. Don't forget to read the tiebreakers and all that stuff. Trophies. That's it. That's all I got. Looks like Johnny John's not going to make it. One last check for questions. Minions. Yeah, Ted, you got to have minions. Can't run this solo. So, all right, everybody go get them after midnight, of course, and start your submissions. If you have questions, let us know. John will be in the Facebook group mostly. I can monitor it as well, although I don't post anything in there. And then the NPC admin at rwstudios.com is the email box if you need if you need something answered outside of Facebook, or if you're trying to reach us semi urgently. And let's see, what was my other reminder? Yeah, I guess that's it. We monitor the email pretty closely. Like I said, John monitors the Facebook group pretty closely. And a lot of that, certainly after Thursday, then John will be focused Friday on the scoring and gathering things up for the next show and the next drawing. So certainly good luck, everyone. It's going to be fun. Sorry we didn't have it last year, but things are what they are, and we will talk next Friday. So Chris and anyone else that wants to join in the live stream, just let me know in advance. I'll email you the link. A little different than last time, but it's all web-based. Just any computer, any audio source you got, just jump on and we'll have a good time. So have a good night, everyone. Good luck.